Hey, nice to see you. How's
You too.
everything? All
Things
good?
are good, yeah.
So we talk about Ride Along 2 and how funny it is, but you start as a very, he takes himself very seriously.
Yes.
He could be a drug lord, but he's so much more than that, isn't he?
Yeah, I think if we just, characterize him as drug lord right off the top, it'd probably be a little, one-dimensional. No,
Exactly.
I like to think of Antonio Pope as someone who's almost the personification of the city in which the movie is set. Here we are in Miami. It's clearly an American city, but beyond that, unlike any other place in the world, it also has a very international cosmopolitan feel that draws on influences from all corners of the world. South America, to be sure, but there's also an amazing presence of opulence and wealth here. And Antonio Pope is nothing if not opulent and wealthy. He's a bachelor, he's a man about town, by all perception, a respected member of the community who's generous with his philanthropic efforts. And yet, we clearly understand early on in the film that he's also involved in some illicit activity, selling guns and drugs. So it's kind of a complicated guy.
He is. He's multi-layered.
And yet, not unfun to play. He's a pretty fun guy to play.
Absolutely. Are you as much of a good dancer in real life, or is it good acting?
That's what we call that's acting. No, it's funny that you bring that up because, and I'm happy to hear that by and large people think that it came off pretty well.
It did.
Olivia and I think were more worried about it than any other scene in the movie. So to that end, we worked with the choreographer and rehearsed a little bit because it's a lot of pressure to show up and try to make people believe you know what you're doing, especially when you're doing it in front of 300 people. But it was a fun day at work. The great news is that Olivia, as a dance partner and as a scene partner, as an actor-to-actor thing, she's game. She's really up for everything. And not unlike Kevin, she's not afraid to look silly or take chances and risks, and that's what made it fun.
I think that's what works about this film as well. No one is afraid to take a risk or be silly or improvise or lose their cool. Is it the right impression?
That's accurate, and a lot of that environment is a safety net, it's emotional safety net that's created by Tim's story.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a new experience because although I've dabbled in comedy, by and large I've made a living out of playing dramatic roles. So to jump into something that's an action comedy and in a form that's this playful, I'm working opposite world-class comedians. Kevin Hart's the top of his game, and he's a master improviser, and he's gonna throw it at you, and you can see that. So for me, the challenge was trying to keep the straight face in lieu of all of that.
No, absolutely. And does it happen more with Kevin Hart to lose the straight face, or does Ice Cube have, this subtle way of doing it too? Because he's always so serious.
The better comparison is who's more effective at it, Kevin Hart or Ken Jeong?
Oh yeah, it's true. That's Ken Jeong too.
Because it's hard enough in a scene with each of them respectively, but you put them in a room together, they try to outdo one another, and that's where all hell breaks loose.
Well, it's organized chaos. That's what
Indeed.
works.
That's what we hope for.